in this particular part, we get a really interesting dynamic with the audience. All right. So, sweet remembrancer, he's playing that role of the happy host. Then, like says, may please your highness sit. Okay. Here we had now our country's honor roofed, where the greatest person of our bank will present, who I may rather challenge for unkindness than pity of mischance. And we get that beautiful piece of dramatic irony here, okay? We know that Banquo's dead, and it is Ghost is sitting at the table, but the rest of the Thanes don't. And Macbeth doesn't quite know it yet, but we do, all right? And it's all gonna come crashing down. All right, so I'm going to challenge him. I'm going to tell Banquo off for not being here. Well, I think it's a bit rich. You've just had him murdered, okay? His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Pleased your highness to grace us with your royal company. And it's all very sycophantic. It's all very, how we say, kind of, you know, platitudes and various things like that. And then Macbeth says the table's full. Simple statement. He just casts his eye over the table's full. Lennox, here's a place reserved, sir. Where? And I want you to look at the interchange. Here, we've got quite long speeches, and here, there's almost like a nervous interchange. Make sure nervous. Exchange. And again, Shakespeare always uses short sentences to build tension. That's often his purpose. Okay. Here we go. And then here, my good lord, what is it moves your highness? So we got this question. And then Macbeth, which of you have done this? What, my good lord? I canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me. And here he's addressing the ghost, okay? He's addressing. He's addressing the ghost. Don't shake your gory locks at me. Canst not say I did it. And again, our old friend equivocation. He did do it, although it was not by his hand. Okay. I didn't wield the daggers, but you surely were, in a sense, responsible for the death. Okay. Gentlemen, rise, his highness is not well. So they want to save him some embarrassment. Lady Macbeth to the rescue. Okay. Sit, worthy friends, my lord is often thus and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. If it is momentary upon a thought, he will again be well. If much you note, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. And then here she says, are you a man? And it's almost like she sort of whispers, no stage directions. But again, she kind of, in a way, scolds him. She sort of berates him. Okay, Lady Macbeth berates Macbeth. Are you a man? Aye, and a bold one that dare look on that which might appall the devil. There's nothing pleasing here that might appall the devil. That kind of nice little kind of hyperbole. All right. What's kind of interesting about that? We know from Act 1, Scene 2 that Macbeth is used to hacking limbs off, or in a sense, splitting people in two, and yet he can't bear to see, you know, someone who's been stabbed. In a way, as far as wounds go, you know, it's kind of reasonably presentable, as you know, but here, that which might appall the devil, and it's a sense of hyperbole about that, because really it's his guilty conscience that he's talking about. Okay. Oh, proper stuff. sense of frustration. Okay. And this we see, okay. Lady Macbeth's frustration. All right. And it's like she's saying, you need to get over this. Okay. Oh, proper stuff. This is very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. All these flaws and starts. Impostors to true fear would well welcome a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorized by our grand dame. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces when all's done? You look upon a stool, but on a stool. And here, she doesn't see what Macbeth sees, because in his the kind of, you know, his addled mind. And there we go, that kind of berating kind of attitude. And we see here really, okay, we see here and here the tension in their relationship. She's annoyed because he's going to give the game away. And look here, exclamation, 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 exclamation. Prithee, see there, behold, look, lo, how say you? Why, what care I? If thou canst not speak to, if charnel houses, it's the place where they used to house the dead, okay, and our graves must send those we bury back, our monument shall be the maws of kites. Now, kites are sounded like birds of prey. And they were known as, in a sense, birds of prey. And they, in a way, so they kind of attack livestock and various things. That was the idea. And they almost wiped them out. They're just little kind of hawks, you know, a kite. But remember what Macduff calls them? Turn, hell kite, turn. And it's almost like an insult. Do you see what I mean? It's quite, it's not, when he says bird of prey, he's not calling him an eagle. He's calling him like a little parasitic bird that preys on kind of like, you know, livestock and various things like that. So our monuments would be the maw. The maw is the mouth. Yep. In what? What unmanned and folly, quite unmanned and folly. You know, you kind of, you're not manly here. You're making a mistake, a folly. All right. If I stand here, I saw him. Fee for shame, or fie, sometimes people say. And again, she voices her frustration. This is their big debut as the king and queen, and he's spoiling it by seeing things that no one else can see, which are really figments of his kind of, in a way, guilty conscience. Okay. Blood hath been shed here. That's actually a misspelling. Blood hath been shed here now. In the olden time, our humane statute purged the gentle wheel. Aye, and since too, the murders have been performed, too terrible for the year. The time has been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. Now they rise again with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is. He cannot, he's never experienced anything before. We got, look at that. We've got murder, okay? In a way, he's not thinking, he's not couching it in any other euphemisms. He calls it what it is, murder, okay? My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you, okay? Come back to earth to Macbeth. Okay, you're forgetting where you are. This is your feast. I do forget. I do not amuse me. My most worthy friends, I have a strange infirmity. Now he's back on track again, which is nothing to those that know me. Come love and health to all. Then I'll sit. Give me some wine. Fill full. Okay. The ghost returns. I drink to the general joy of the whole table and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he hear to all and him the first through all. Lords, our duties and our pledge. Just there. Now here, he's back in the room. He's back on track. All right. The kind of the joyful host. All right. And then again, he falls into this reverie. Okay. So here we get, in a sense, okay, the real Macbeth. Filled with fear and a guilty conscience. And then we also get Macbeth. Okay. The actor playing a role. As a new joyful king.